Good morning, everyone. Today we are making a favorite family recipe, a dessert called, we always call it chocolate heaven. People have different names for it. I'm cooking this today from Omaha, Nebraska. Nastasia and I are out visiting my sister, and she wanted me to make her this for dessert tonight. So, our ingredients that we're going to use, first thing I have about 1 1/4 cups of self-rising flour. I have found that self-rising does a little bit better on this crust. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And so now for the crust, all I add is I have a cup of pecans, chopped pecans. And I have half a cup of butter, melted. So I'm gonna pour that into my flour and my pecans. Now then, what I'm going to do now is just start mixing it up with my hands. Make it into a soft ball. And it just takes a little mixing to get it all mixed up. Just kind of mix it all together with your hands.
Why do you prefer to use your hands to a stirring thing?
Well, it's just easier with mixing it with your hands. And it almost looks like a cookie dough is what it looks like, is a cookie dough. And that's all there is to the crust. Now then, I'm going to put this in into my 9 by, this is like, I think a 9 by 13 pan. And then I'm just going to start spreading it out. And just keep spreading and spreading. It takes a little while to get it all spread out and smoothed out. I just use the chopped pecans from the store that was in the package. I usually chop my own, and I have them a little bit more finer chopped than these, so that makes it a little bit harder to get everything smoothed out. So Nastasia and I have been visiting in Omaha for the last week. Tomorrow we go back home to Asheville. At least we have missed out snow here in Omaha so far. So as you can see, I still patting out, filling in all the little cracked places. And you do this dessert in layers, and each one takes a little time to either cool, or later on you will see one to chill a little while. And so we will cook this at bake this at 350 degrees for 15 minutes until it is baked. And it doesn't take long because this is very thin. Okay, as you can see now, it is all spread out in the pan. And now then I'm gonna put it in the oven for 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna take it out of the oven and let it cool. And then we'll go on to our next layer. Okay, we are back now on the second portion of making our dessert for tonight, our chocolate heaven. So this is how our crust looks now after it baked. And now then we are ready to make the second layer, which is a box of cream cheese, 8-ounce cream cheese, softened. And I don't have a mixer, so this is going to make this a little bit harder to mix up, but we're gonna do the best we can here with just a whisk. So now then I am taking around 1 cup of powdered sugar. And then I have a large whip topping, Cool Whip type thing. And so this is a 16-ounce one. We need about 6 ounces. I just kind of measure out, so I don't need quite half of this, but so I just mix that in there, because the rest of this, or a good portion of the rest of this topping, will go on be our last layer. So now I'm mixing this up with the whisk. Yeah, I usually do this with a mixer, but I don't have one, and I'm losing part of my cream cheese mixture here. I mean, my powdered sugar. Having to improvise a little bit here.
Again, like in the last video.
Yes. Last video, making biscuits down in Florida. I had to improvise. Now, let's see if I can get it to stir up now. Now it's starting to mix up a little bit. You just whip it up here really good. But it's a lot easier if you have a hand mixer. That's what I usually use. And mix this up till it's good and smooth. When you're cooking away from your normal home, you have to improvise quite a bit. My sister's been doing some serious remodeling, so as expected, there's some things we can't find yet, which is the mixer. But as you can see behind me, everything's looking good. Now it's starting to mix up good. Takes a lot of muscle this way. Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, I believe that's as smooth as I'm going to be able to make it with a whisk. Okay, now I'm going to find a spatula somewhere. No, I don't see one in there. Well, I guess I'll just use a spoon. More improvisations here. So this is spread on top of your cookie kind type crust. Again, this is like a pack of cream cheese, a cup of confectionery sugar, and about 6 or 7 ounces of a frozen Cool Whip type topping. Now then, I'm spreading this onto the top. Just spread it evenly over the top of your crust. Oops. Okay. I usually make this in like a glass casserole, then you can see the layers. It looks nice for a dessert when you can see the layers, but again, improvising. Okay, we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for about 2 hours, and then we'll come and put our final layers. Okay, we're back and getting ready to make our third layer to go in our chocolate heaven dessert. I have 2 boxes of instant Jello that I am using pudding, instant chocolate pudding. So I'm going to add this to my bowl.
Is that what you normally use, or do you use this?
Yes, this is what I normally use. Okay. Sometimes you can use the chocolate fudge if you ever find it, but I usually just use the regular chocolate. So now instead of using the 4 cups that the box recommends you do, you only use 3 cups of cold milk, and we have to whisk this for 2 minutes. So I'm going to tell Alexa to set my timer. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
So I'm going to whisk for 2 minutes. We've had a busy week here in Omaha. We have been, my sister has been in over a year-long remodeling project, and so we've been out here putting everything back together, and I mean everything. Nastasha and I are leaving tomorrow to go back to Asheville, North Carolina, and get ready for Christmas ourselves. My arm is getting tired of whisking. As you can see, it's getting thicker and thicker. See how thick it's getting? Just keep whisking until A tells us our timer is up. As you can see, this is a pretty simple dessert, and usually the longer it sits in the refrigerator, the better it is. Alexa, stop. Okay, we'll come back in about 5 minutes and we can finish up our dessert. Okay, we're ready to do our final levels. So as you can see now, the chocolate is very thick, so now I'm just going to start spooning it out on top of my cream cheese and topping layer. As you can see, this is a very simple dessert. But as I said, if it sits several hours, it is much better. It seems to have a better taste. So we're going to get this finished in enough time that we can have this for
Dessert.
tonight for dinner on our last night here in Omaha.
Don't remind me. I don't know what we're gonna have for dinner tonight.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
So as you can see, this fills the pan up pretty smooth here. Again, like I said, I usually make it in a glass number 13 or number 12, because then you can see the layers from the side. But this is the pan we used today.
Because we're improvising again, like in the last video. Of course.
Okay, I have all my chocolate filling in. So now then I'm going to take the rest of my Cool Whip dessert topping, put that on top. Spread it out. Just keep smoothing it out. Try not to get down into the chocolate. So now then, it's all smoothed out. And you can see our dessert is just about finished for dinner tonight. So with that, and I take some chopped. Oops. Got them all in one place. And just sprinkle it with pecans. Well, I'm getting more on the counter than I am anywhere else. Okay. You can shave some chocolate if you have some chocolate bar or something that you want to just shave chocolate on it. But there you are. There is our chocolate heaven dessert for just dinner tonight. I hope you like this recipe. Give it a try and
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe. Thank you for watching my video.